Hello, friends. Welcome to this amazing session where we are having one of the ranker in 2026, computer science, Srichand Suresh, scoring 899 gate score, and his rank is 85. Srichand Suresh is from Kerala, and now we are going to talk about his gate journey, that how he prepared, where which batch he belongs, and all other things and all the problem that he faced from Srichand Suresh. तो स्वागत करते हैं आपका Srichand Suresh इस सेशन में, and tell me something about that which batch you belong, when did you start your preparation?
So I shared this course with my friend, and she had taken Parakram Infinity,
Okay.
and I had started my journey from the month of February. Yeah, I have
2025.
yes,
Okay. So approximately your journey was for 1 year. You achieved this 85 rank in 1 year only.
yes, sir.
Okay, great. So Parakram 20 Infinity batch you have taken. Parakram 1 year batch you have taken. Okay, and great. So tell me more about this, when you started journey, and then that means what which you are in which year, which college, which year?
I'm in Government Engineering College, Thrissur, and I'm in my fourth year.
Right now you're in fourth year, and when you started your journey, you are in third year. You were in third year,
Uh,
sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
I was in my sixth.
sixth then. Okay, so you started your preparation in sixth then, and you were in third year. Okay, end of the third year actually. Great. So, how difficult it was to prepare for the GATE examination? According to you, what challenges you faced?
I started watching lectures from the month of February,
Okay.
but I actually started doing the problems and revising and learning from the month of June. So
June.
until then, I was pretty free and I was just watching lectures. And it wasn't that difficult. But from the month of June, I realized that I had to start preparing. And then I started going for PYQs and extra questions, tests, and stuff. So that's when I realized, okay, I have a lot to learn because different kinds of questions were being framed, and it wasn't as easy as just learning the theory. So yeah, from the month of June, I started preparing properly, and I did. I come once I completed each subject, I did the PYQs and extra questions. Then every month I would revise subjects that I had already covered, and I tried to complete all my portions by the end of November, and started with PYQs and mock tests from the month of December. I did revision. I was super 1500 lectures, which was really helpful because I had given up a lot of time for revising, but I hadn't spent much time for doing problems. So in super 1500, we were doing some problems, and I was getting used to doing problems again because of a lot of revisions, um, which I did was mostly focused on theory. Yeah, so that's how it went, and it
Oh,
was fine.
great. So, eh, see, you are able to complete your course by November. You said, right? November you are
By
able
the
to
end of
complete.
now.
So it was with the class only, or you had access of Khajana also? Means
Yeah, uh, uh, for me, there were few parts that I had to focus, like in discrete maths. I had some graph theory and portions which I had to watch, which wasn't covered by then. So I used Kazana during that time, and also for some TOC lectures. Also, I used that
you used
Kazana.
to watch the lecture live, or later as means on
No,
your,
I used to watch
you are a
recorded
live
ones
student.
because no, I was mostly
Okay.
recorded.
Okay. So you, but I believe that you're not that much, interactive in the chat, right? Is it?
Yes, no, sir.
You don't used to chat much, right?
And the account was in my friend's name. So
Okay,
even
okay.
if I did chat,
Okay, okay,
you wouldn't know my
okay.
name.
Okay. No issue, no issue. So, great. So after that, once you finishes it off, you have a very strict schedule for the revision as well, right?
Yeah,
Revision. What
for
was the
me,
plan?
everything
How you
was
plan
about
your revision?
For me, everything was a plan, and I had always made a plan to do these stuff within these days, and I had a plan. So every month I would try to complete one subject for which the lectures have been over, and I would revise 2 or 3 subjects from the previous month. Like that, I went till November, and in the month of December, I spent around 3 days for each subjects to do their revision. I watched Super 1500 within 2 days for each subject. I checked the PYQs that I had found difficult, and I went through my short notes. I went through the tests, that is subject-wise test, topic-wise test for each subject. And I also did some mock test every week. Like I did around 2 mock tests and two PYQs every week for the month of December. Then in the month of January, I repeated the same thing, but I focused more on subjects which I found was actually difficult for me.
Okay. So tell me one thing, which is very common basically. Suppose I also used to make a lot of plans during my studies, but the problem is that I was not able to stick to my plans actually. Means I planned many things, but I'm not able to execute it properly. So did it happen to you that you planned many things, the revision and all, and for some reason, some obstacle or some other engagement, you're not able to execute it? So did it happen to you during your preparation?
For me, till the month of December, whatever plans I made, I could actually stick to it because I had a proper schedule. Like I had college, I'd come after that, I'd
But what
study
about
for
your
these
friends,
reasons.
your family, your relative? Do they don't bother you at all, or your someone who is disturbing you all the time? They let you
Well,
study always, huh? Is it the
yeah,
case?
my parents were like really chill about it and they let me study and they wouldn't disturb me. But my sister would come occasionally and sit in my room and do something, but I usually didn't bother about it. Then my
But what
friends
about
used to
friends
call.
actually? Friends disturb.
Yeah,
Basically, the main source of disturbance come from the friends only.
yeah. So for that, what I did was I brainwashed my friend to study with Gates. So my best friend was also studying for Gates. So she didn't uh, she didn't bother me that much. Yeah. Then a lot of friends usually call me, but what I did was I kept it off for a year because I wanted to focus really on Gate. But occasionally, when I was free or if I had covered a lot of stuff and uh, I take a break because I didn't want to have some kinds of issues because of burnouts or something like that. So I usually uh, didn't fully focus on it. I'd give myself some time whenever I could. But mostly, yeah, I would say no to my friends for most of the hangouts. I try to keep with my schedule.
Okay, so you sacrifice a lot of opportunity to have fun
A lot.
during this preparation period. That's all, right?
Yes.
How active you are in social
But
media? Tell me that how, because one disturbance is a friend, and one is the one more, like you can say that more distractions come from the phone actually. Okay, that is more distracting and it is not for you. Nowadays this challenge is faced by almost everybody, working, non-working, student, big, whether he's driving auto, everybody is glued into their phone all the time. So how did you manage it? Are you not at all a phone person, that you quit using phone?
actually, I use phone a lot, but the thing was YouTube recommendation and their algorithm were so great that once I started watching videos about Gate, everything came about Gate. So no matter when I open it, I'll see about someone preparing or some extra things coming, and I'll feel like, oh shit, I'm missing out, and I'll just go back.
Okay. Okay. So the YouTube recommendation recommended the people who are preparing only. Huh? So something
Yeah,
like that. And that motivates you to again go and study.
yeah. Most of the time it would be uh, sessions about toppers talking with you
Right.
guys and all.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll be like, okay, I want to be there, so I'll have to study right now.
Okay. Great. 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 But you missed the opportunity for the felicitation, I guess.
No, I was the
Acha. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So now about this journey. Is this journey was mentally very challenging, and sometime any point of the time this journey, did you feel that that it is not possible, or some doubt that came in your mind in this journey, or was it very smooth from your end?
For me, I actually gave a GATE exam in the year 2025 also, but
Okay.
I gave that without any preparation. Like I thought I'll just give it with my base knowledge, and I got a rank of 7,500. Uh, so after that, thought I'll start studying because without any preparation, I got 7,500. With preparation, I'll get something around 500 or something like that. So what I did was I started preparing, and meanwhile, I my aim was under 500. I didn't expect too much from myself,
Into
and
a 2025.
no, I got 7,500,
Acha,
but my
7,500 you got in 2025, and then you are
yeah,
aiming only under 500 this year.
yes,
Okay, okay.
yes. So I started studying with that aim, and when I started giving mock tests, I found that I was performing quite well. So my aim changed from 500 to 200.
What
Then
was quite well, means what was the marks that you were scoring that time, means how much marks you are getting, that
so
you are getting?
in which in 2025 or in
And
mock test?
in mock test you said na that you started
Yeah.
getting good marks.
Yeah, so I wrote GBG and I got ranks below 10. I think the
Okay,
marks were around 68 and 72.
okay.
So I started performing well, and I thought, okay, if keep revising and maintaining this flow, I'll eventually get under 200 and I'll be admitted to one of the top IITs, five top IITs. So that was my aim. But as I kept going, what found was that the more I started doing, the more mock tests I did, my marks were going down. So, uh, so I just waited and waited, and afterwards it started coming back up. So I stopped doing mock tests when it came up. Like by the end of January, I stopped doing mocks. Then I gave GATE, and the first impression that I had of GATE exam was I did not perform well because there were a lot of MSQs and graph questions, and I wasn't prepared for graph theory at all. So it affected me, and I thought I'll get under 200. Maybe I'll get above 200. The chances of getting under 100 is very less because my by the end of January, my aim was under 100, and I was disappointed because
Slowly it was 500, then under 200, then under 100. Okay, because of your performance. Okay. Hmm. Then
but after the exam it became about under 300 and all. So I was waiting for around 250 or something, but it came around 85, so it's fine.
85. The doubt came because I think then you're from shift one only, right? Because after shift one, nobody understand that what exactly happens, and how the exam went actually. Nobody understood because of there are a lot of MSQ question, and in that MSQ question also, most of them having a single answer. So that
Yeah.
creates a lot of confusion whether it is correct or not. Okay, great. Now, how did you relax during your preparation, or you did not relax at all?
So I am actually a big movie fan.
Movie.
I usually watch one movie every day. And
Oh my God. How you manage time? One movie
yeah,
in one day.
yeah, I would
Okay.
skip a lot. So if
Achha.
it's a 2 hour movie, I'll finish it within 1.5 hours or something like that.
Okay.
For me, without leisure time, I wouldn't be able to manage it. So
Okay.
I wouldn't push myself a lot because if I do that, I won't be able to study properly. So I thought instead of spending a lot of time studying, I'll spend some quality time studying.
Okay. Okay. Means you focus on the that. If I'm even I'm studying for an hour, then I'll be more focused on the studying rather than thinking about other stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
if
So
I had
movie.
college classes,
Uh,
I'd usually study around 3, 4 hours. I wouldn't put a lot of effort. But if I have, if it's a leave or if there is no college, I'd usually give around 6 to 8 hours. I wouldn't push about 10 hours or anything because if I do that, I won't feel like studying the next day. So I just keep it within my reach.
so on weekdays with college 3 hours, okay, and this 3 hour include your live lectures also, or apart from
No,
the live lectures?
2 hours live lecture. I might finish it early with by increasing the speed of the lectures,
Uh-huh. Right.
and then I'll just put in 2 or 3 hours minimum. And if I wake up early, I'll put extra 1 hour or something like that.
Okay. So we can assume that 3 to 4 hours on with college, and without college you push yourself to 6 to 7 hours regularly.
Yeah.
Any point of the time during this preparation you took a break, or you break your momentum? Did you break the momentum? Because once you're studying, you're doing the same thing. You're studying. If you're working, you're working. And once you break the momentum, then it's very difficult to come back and again resume it. Okay? So did it happen, or you continuously prepared throughout the year?
So in the month of June, I didn't have college, so I was in a pretty good moment in the month of June. And in July, we had classes, so it started, and there was a bit shift in my pattern of preparation. So it didn't break my momentum at that point, but after 1 month, that is in the month of August and in the month of October, there were series exams in college. So during that time, I'd shift my focus from GATE to college exams. So during that time, I'd take a break, like for a week. Then it's hard to immediately shift back to GATE after that. So what I do is I take 1 day or 2 day break for 1 day or 2 day, and then gradually shift by spending 2 hours, then 3 hours, then coming back to my routine. And sometimes I usually feel burned out because after a lot of consistent work that I have been putting, like especially in the month of November, I had SEM exams, SEM 7 exams, which was really intensive. Apart from that, I had to complete a lot of subjects like POC and graph max, discrete max. So I had put in a lot of time and also COA within that month, and I was really burned out after that month. So I took 1 week break at the end of November.
Even these
And
topics are very heavy also. TOC,
uh,
discrete mathematics, they are not very easy to understand. You have to put a lot of brain, you have to focus more on this topic to understand them very clearly. And three
yeah,
big topics.
especially few topics like accountability, uncountability,
Yes.
decidability, undecidability. All those things were really messing my mind. So, so it took me a lot of time to uh, properly understand those topics. And after that, I needed a break, so I took a week off from all of this, and I spent some time, in college and uh, hanging out with friends, watching movies, series. I finished Game of Thrones during that time. So
Okay.
within 1 week.
Great,
Uh,
great. A very inspiring journey from you, Srichand. And I think many more, your fellow student, your juniors will, definitely inspire from your success and your journey. Any advice that you want to give to aspirants who are giving examination in 2027? Anything from you you want to suggest to them, that what exactly they should do so that they can also achieve the same rank or same score as you?
what I would say is, what I found, or what I have realized in my journey, is that everyone has their own methods or their own way of doing something. So instead of blindly following someone's routines or advices, just try it on yourself. If it works, use it. Otherwise, just give it up and make a plan for yourself. Trust in that process. Keep doing that. Stay consistent with your plan, because you know yourself better than anyone else, right? So if you stay consistent with that, I think you can perform better than what others say.
Great, great, great. Last thing I want to ask you, that who was your pillar of strength during this journey? Means from whom you get lot of. I can understand you didn't have that much pressure during your preparation. You motivated yourself, and but anyway, but sometimes even you need some support. You need some strength from others, to move on. So anyone was there whom you want to say that it is because of you I am able to achieve this great success?
So my parents, they didn't bother me at all. So that was the kind of support that I got. And the second support is my friend who prepared with me. And because of her, uh, I could face a lot of issues. Like she would always motivate me, cheer me up. So I didn't feel the pressure because she was preparing along with me,
Okay.
and she kept the mood really well.
Okay. So because she can understand the process that you are going through. Most of the time you discuss with those who don't understand your process, means what challenges exactly you are facing, because they don't understand something. So your friend was one of the pillar of the strength, you can say that, because she understood what is going on and what you are facing, what problem you are facing. Okay, Srichand, it's been great talking to you, and I hope that your success story inspire many more students, and they will come forward and achieve the same feat that you have achieved. Thank you very much for connecting with us and sharing your journey. I wish best of luck, and I hope whatever you're dreaming, and with this rank, I think everything is possible. You can achieve it. Thank you very much, Suresh.